Hello, welcome to this video. I wanted to go over the books that I read I was able to get to in January, and then the anticipated books for February. So to start off with, I'm gonna try and go in order. I can't remember the exact order, but sorry, I have all of the books pulled up on here. Okay, so we started off the year with reading Morbidly Yours. I believe I gave this a 5-star. I really enjoyed it. It was small, short, sweet, to the point. The romance was cute. I really enjoyed it. So yes, I was excited to read this finally. Okay. Then we started our Harry Potter journey this year. I finished Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I enjoyed it. It read like the movie, so I wasn't like too lost in places. I feel like I wonder how my enjoyment of it would be different if I had read it when it was coming out. Granted, I was very young when it was being published. What was it originally published? 1997. So I was 1. So I would not have been able to read it as they were coming out, but this was popular in middle school. I just never had the opportunity to read it then. But Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, I enjoyed it. I am looking forward to continuing the series. Another journey we began this year was reading Jane Austen's collection of novels. So we started, excuse me, the allergies are insane this year. We started Emma by Jane Austen. I enjoyed this. I had watched the film of this at the beginning of this year, not thinking I was ever going to read it. I enjoyed it. There were some differences, creative liberties, things like that, but I wasn't lost. I think I gave this a 4.5 only because of the language. And I was also listening to it partially on 2x speed, so I had to slow it down because it was British accents, not a traditional American accent. So it was enjoyable though. I really liked it. Again, excited to continue the journey of reading all of Jane Austen's works this year. Then we read Expiration Dates. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I gave this a 5-star. I cried. I love Rebecca Searle's writing. It's fantastic. I enjoyed it. I read In 5 Years last year, cried, bawled, could not put it down. I read it in one sitting. This one, I want to say I read it in one sitting, maybe a few breaks to take care of the dog, but other than that, I really enjoyed it. I am going to be looking into more of her books. We read Her Baby Onyx Storm. Loved it, 5 stars. Impatiently waiting for book 4 of the series. I know she's taking a break, well deserved. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I tabbed the crap out of this novel. Like tabs, sticky notes, all that. I cried. I wanted to throw the book. I quite literally closed it and wanted to throw it multiple times. But thankfully didn't, because it's just a really pretty book. But I really enjoyed it. Again, I need to know what happens in the next book. I need to know. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I read 2 books on my Kindle? I read Throne of the Fallen. I read Throne of the Fallen by Carrie Maniscalco. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. I read that on my Kindle. I am going to be picking up the physical copy of that book, as well as the next book in the series, because it was just so enjoyable, so much fun. I really enjoyed it. I gave it, what did I give it? On the phone, I gave a 5 out of 5. It took me about 5 days to finish reading it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm excited to learn about the other brothers of sin. Yeah. And then just yesterday, so on the 1st, on Saturday, I finished reading Blood and Steel. I went back and forth between audio and Kindle. I would probably give this book, I really enjoyed it. Some things I think moved a little bit too quickly or were a little bit too convenient for me. So I am going to give it probably like a 4-star. It's still really high. I really enjoyed it. I am looking forward to the next books. It was really enjoyable. The only book I did not get to this month was The Last Olympian, which was book 5 of the Percy Jackson series. So that is first on my list to read this month. So let's go through the books that I plan on reading this month and just a little bit of a spiel about them. Cool? Okay. So like this past month, my nails will be decorated or will be designed based off of a new release this month. And that new release this month is going to be First Time Caller by B.K. Borison. I ordered that a while ago. I'm so excited to finally get it. It should be here, fingers crossed, real soon. So I'm going tomorrow, as of filming, it's Sunday. I will be going tomorrow, Monday night, to get my nails done with that. But I also have another new release coming out this month, and that is the last book of the, what was the series called? The Ruinous Love trilogy. So the Butcher and Blackbird, Leather and Lark. I'll be reading Scythe and Sparrow. So I'm really excited for that. But I'm going to go through these. I'll read you the descriptions of the new releases as well. I still haven't figured out how to put a dang picture up here. I'm working on it. I'm learning the program, so we'll figure it out. But to start off with, we have book 5 of the Percy Jackson series, The Last Olympian, where once again, Percy's having to save the world. He is nearing his 16th birthday, so this whole thing is kind of coming to a head. So it'll be interesting to read. I just need to sit down and read it. I did get the audiobook, which helped me through the last few books, and I finally got off the wait list. So I will be listening to The Last Olympian probably today and tomorrow to finish that book off. Then the next book I have to read, per a coworker, is Theft of Swords. This is books 1 and 2 of the Reria Revelations. I could be pronouncing that completely wrong, but it's Theft of Swords by Michael J. Sullivan. This follows Royce Melbourne and Hadrian Blackwater. They are both mercenaries. They are both thieves, skilled thieves, living off of making a profitable living carrying off dangerous assignments for conspiring nobles until they're hired to pilfer a famed sword. What appears to be just a simple job finds them framed for the murder of the king and trapped in a conspiracy that uncovers a plot far greater than the mere overthrow of a tiny kingdom. Can a self-serving thief and an idealistic swordsman survive long enough to unravel the first part of an ancient mystery that has toppled kings and destroyed empires? And so begins a tale of treachery and adventure, sword fighting and magic, myth and legend. So this is volume 1 out of 3. So it's giving like halfway through the book, it'll be like book 2. But it's like the Vampire Diaries series where they like did volume 1 and it was books 1 and 2, the kind of thing. So I'm counting it as 1 book, but technically it's 2 books if you really think about it. But coworker told me I had to read it, and I've been putting it off because I wanted to get through Onyx Storm. They have now told me that I have to read it and let them know my progress by the next time we work detention together. So I did find the audio of this one as well, but I'm going to try to read this one because I feel like with fantasy, like high fantasy or things like that, you got to read it like physically because then you can easily go back and look at the pages, you know? I don't know. A new series that I am starting is the, the Lakefront Billionaire series by Lauren Asher. I loved her Dreamland Billionaire series. so much. I have not yet read any of her F1 series. If I still am thoroughly enjoying this series, I may pick them up. I'm just not familiar with F1, so I don't want to like get into something like, I don't know what this is about, but tempting. So Love Redesigned is book 1 out of currently 2. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, we'll figure this out. But Love Redesigned follows Julian and Dahlia. They are, looks like enemies from childhood. Frenemies, if you will. So they have to kind of design a house together. She's a interior designer. He is just rich, I guess. But she is tasked with decorating this house, designing this house. They're gonna kind of like flip it, turn over profit, split the profit, things like that. But you know, they're working in close proximity to each other. Things happen. Love happens. I am excited. I do love how like all of her chapters have some sort of artwork at the top, and that it is a dual POV. I love her writing when it comes to these. So I am excited for Love Redesigned. I also love that the cover itself is textured for some of the parts. I love it. But yeah. So, another series we're going through is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. This is book 2 of Harry's journey at Hogwarts. So it's his second year at Hogwarts. He is rife with fresh torments and horrors, including an outrageously stuck-up new professor, Gilderoy Lockhart, a spirit named Moaning Myrtle who haunts the girls' bathroom, and an unwanted attentions of Ron Weasley's younger sister, Ginny. But these seem minor when the real trouble begins, and someone or something starts turning Hogwarts students to stone. Could it be Draco Malfoy, a more poisonous rival than ever? Could it possibly be Hagrid, whose mysterious past is finally revealed? Or could it be one everyone at Hogwarts most suspects, Harry Potter himself? So, I'm excited. This is the snake one, I believe. Yes, I believe so. But I am excited to read this. Continuing with Jane Austen's collection, we are going to be reading Pride and Prejudice this month. This follows Jane, Elizabeth, Mary, Catherine, and Lydia, the Bennet sisters. The clock is ticking. Jane and Elizabeth must find suitable husbands soon. Their mother is constantly fretting and scheming about how to find them rich husbands, while their witty and aloof but doting father does not seem as motivated to have them married away. With the arrival of Mr. Bingley and his wealthy friend Mr. Darcy, both single and quite suitable, Mrs. Bennet sets out to bend destiny in their favor. Pride and Prejudice, which Austen considered her own darling child, is truly delightful and timeless book. Again, I have watched this movie dozens of times, the Keira Knightley version, of course, with the hand flex. I'm excited to finally read it. Get some of the things that were left out of the movie, maybe get some other thoughts that can't be like spoken aloud kind of things. So, Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. And our last physical book of this is a hefty book. It is dense. It's only like 270 pages, but it's heavy. It's a heavy book. So we'll be reading Courtney Thorne's Potions, Poisons, and Policies. This is an academic enemies, like rivals to lovers kind of thing. So at Forcebriar Academy, Henry is focused on her studies and determined to steer clear of romance. But when someone attacks her campus with a widespread love potion, turning her fellow students into lovesick fools, Henry is forced to look for a solution. Teaming up with her arch nemesis and longtime academic rival Noah Lawrence, Henry must race against time to uncover the source of the potion and prevent future attacks before it's too late. As they delve deeper into the mystery, the tension between them ignites, forcing Henry to confront things she never wanted to explore. Caught between her resolve to remain unattached and determined and undeniable chemistry with Noah. Oh, excuse me. Henry faces a dilemma. Can she solve the mystery and save her classmates without losing her heart in the process? Can she and Noah stop the attacks before something much more dangerous is spread to the entire campus, threatening the very lives of anyone in love? So it is a rivalry. It's got magic, potions, poisons, all the jazz. I am excited. This is a book that one of my besties got me that was a signed copy, and I plan on reading it because she went out of her way to get this for me, and I love it. She's the one who does the nails. And by the way, these nails are holding on strong for being over a month old. So if you're in the Dallas area, go find Hilda at Nailed by Del Rey. Okay? And then let's get into the two books that are on their way. First, went asleep. Okay. So we have Scythe and Sparrow by Bryn Weaver. This is the last book of the Ruinous Love trilogy, and it follows Dr. Fionn Kane is running from a broken heart, one he hopes to mend in small-town Nebraska, far away from his almost fiancée and his derailed surgical career. It's a simpler life, head down, hard work, and absolutely no romantic relationships. He wants none of the circus he left behind in Boston. But then the real circus finds him. Motorcycle performer Rose Evans has spent a decade on the road with the Silveria Circus, and it suits her just fine, especially when she has the urge to indulge in a little murder when she's not in the spotlight. But when a kill goes awry and she ends up with an injured leg, Rose finds herself stuck in Nebraska at the home of the adorably nerdy town doctor. And the problem is, not every broken heart can be sewn back together. And the longer you stay in one place, the more likely your ghosts are to catch up. So, tropes that are in this. Ooh, I'm already loving it. We have friends with benefits. We have small town romance. We have fish out of water. We have forced proximity. We have hurt/care. And we have touch her and die. The last one does it, you know? I am excited to finish off this series, this trilogy. It looks really promising. We've gotten glimpses of these characters in previous books, so to finally get them, so exciting. Now I need to go and find the next book. We are going to be reading First Time Caller by B.K. Borison. This is going to be book 1 of a series. I don't know how many books this is going to have, but it says Heartstrings book 1. So, at least 2 books. It is being published on the 11th of this month. So I'm excited. That is in a week-ish. Yay. Okay, so it's a hopeless romantic meets a jaded radio host in this cozy, sleepless in Seattle-inspired love story from beloved author B.K. Borison. Aiden Valentine has a secret. He's fallen out of love with love. And as the host of Baltimore's romance hotline, that's a bit of a problem. But when a young girl calls into the station asking for dating advice for her mom, the interview goes viral, thrusting Aiden and Heartstrings into the limelight. Lucy Stone thought she was doing just fine. She has a good job, an incredible family, and a smart, slightly devious kid. But when all of Baltimore is suddenly scrutinizing her love life, or lack thereof, she begins to question if she is as happy as she believed. Maybe a little bit more romance wouldn't be such a bad thing. Everyone wants Lucy to find her happy ending, even the handsome, temperamental man calling the shots. But when sparks start to fly behind the scenes, Lucy must make the final decision between the radio-sponsored Happily Ever After or the man in the headphones next to her. So, I am really excited for this book. It seems really cute. It is single mom. They're in their, I want to say, I heard somewhere that they're in their 30s, which I do appreciate a romance where the characters aren't in their early 20s, which, to each their own. It's just not for me. But those are the 8 books that I will be reading, fingers crossed, this month. I don't have any that are Kindle books that are in my Kindle library because I wanted to, these are books I wanted to get through. I could probably find these books digitally, but I'm going to try to read them as much as I can physically. So this is just a start of what I'm doing to address the jar. Okay, I decided that I am going to do a little savings challenge where for every book that I read, I'm going to be saving $2. So at the end of the year, I can go out on a little book buying spree, you know? So far I have read 7 books. So I need to give myself $2 more. I don't have any more ones, but I have $12 in here so far. But by the end of this year, this thing will be full. The goal is 90 books, so the goal for money-wise should be $180. That's a decent spending spree. So I'm excited. It'll be fun. So I am going to get started with my reading. I will see y'all next week with a new video. Let me know if there's anything y'all want to see, anything that you want me to read, consider reading, things like that. I am open to suggestions in the comments. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Hope you have a wonderful week. I will see y'all soon. Bye.